Let's take a look at a few trending meme coins on Axiom Pro. So obviously in the past 24 hours, we have witnessed, new arrivals on the market. Like for example, we've got Icon. We've got Useless. We've also got, something that came from way back in the day, 2 months ago, and it really looks like it's having like another run up in terms of the price. So we're basically going to look into these. And of course, this is not really an endorsement for any of these coins at the end of it all. These are extremely risky investments. I'm just basically giving you like a breakdown of what has been happening in the past 24 hours and probably a few coins that you can get to review as well. Then you can make your own decision. So this is no way, or rather this is not really an endorsement on any of these coins. Okay, so anyhow, first of all, let's start with the longest trading one, which is obviously a coin that was created like a long period of a long period a long time ago, basically. So take a look at FWOG. This one was created about 9 months ago. The market cap is around 96.7 million US dollars. We've got Let's Bonk. That's so funny. But anyway, I'm sure you guys are already aware of these. So let me take a look at Useless because it's like one of the most recent ones. So this one was created about 48 hours ago, which is basically 2 days ago. It's around 26.7 million US dollars. So why are people gravitating towards the Useless coin? How useless, can people be investing in a useless coin? Of course, no disrespect to anybody. So now let's take a look at the stats as far as this one is concerned. So the DEX has been paid. The number of holders holding this particular token, as you can see by the bubble mount right over here, is about 23.59%. So we do have, some people trading back and forth, like obviously different wallets. So this could be the team, could be for marketing purposes. I do not really know. So the badness about this particular project is 3 months ago we did see another project titled Useless. Okay, and if that is the case, is it going to be any is it going to be like a replay of what happened? So 1 year ago there was also another project called Useless. 5 months ago there was another project called Useless, and all of these coins titled Useless all ended up ragging. So if you take a look at this one, Useless Coin, this one was very recent and it basically copied and cloned the exact logo and everything. It ended up ragging. So are they affiliated with the current one we're looking at? Nobody really knows. But one thing that I can say is all the previous Useless coins ended up bragging. So this is one of the reasons why it's very difficult for me to have like a very long term mentality on this particular project, because number one, it's not really like a unique sort of project. This is not like a really unique narrative. So I would be very, very careful with regards to trading. Moreover, if you take a look at the support and resistance levels, right, I would be mostly interested in seeing how the price would interact in these levels. If the price comes back down to around 10 million US dollars, and if the price reacts in a very positive manner, then I would probably invest in this particular project. But buying at these levels is something I wouldn't really go for, because to me it's not really like enough reason for me to really believe in the bullish momentum that we are having. Granted, it really looks very good on face value. Moreover, we have already broken structure. This was the beginning of the break in structure. Okay, as you can see, we created like a lower low. Right now we haven't even broken above the resistance. So the only two plays that you have as far as useless coin is concerned is number one, either breaking out the absolute breakout. When the breakout happens, look for the retest of the previous all-time high. Okay, so when the breakout happens, look for the retest. So wait for the price to do that, break out decisively, not the way that it did. Are you guys able to see this? The way that the breakout happened here was not really a decisive one. It was just by a few pips. Okay, so you need a decisive break, then the price retraces, and trades like that make sure that the base is established, then a push towards the upside. So what you're going to do is, when the trading on the previous resistance becomes support, right? When the continuation pattern happens, when the upside continues, right? When you are consistently creating higher highs and higher lows by the retracement of a high high, because you are very sure that the trend continuation is going to happen towards the upside, and you also had your confirmation here as far as the resistance turned into support is concerned. So that's what I would do. I would either trade the continuation towards the upside after a decisive break, or I would wait for the price to hit these bullish order blocks right over there. Those are the two scenarios where I would be jumping in as far as useless coin is concerned. The other coin that we can take a look at is icon IKUN. So let's take a look at this. Has it been what type of meta is this? Is this like a new meme? What's going on? Okay, so let's do a little bit of dive into this. First of all, we've got about 15.43% holders, insiders. As far as insiders is concerned, it was 9.76 bundled, only 81.76 liquidity has been burned. So of course there's a lot of red flags going on right over here. The liquidity pool burn is supposed to be like at 100%. Okay, so if you take a look at that, what else is driving this coin up? So there's no community, there's no social media, there's nothing basically. This is an orchestrated type of pump. So of course, on face value, the chart does look very well, but based on those few facts, I wouldn't jump into this particular trade. So personally, I would avoid this, but it depends on your risk appetite and what you are interested in. Okay, so the other coin that we can take a look at is Kiwi. Kiwi was created 21 hours ago, and let's take a look at what is happening with Kiwi. Why is it trending in the past 24 hours? What happened to it? So yeah, what is going on? All right, okay, so it looks like Kiwi doesn't really want to open up, so well, it has loaded up. What is happening with Kiwi? So Kiwi has got around 4.17 insiders. The number of holders is like that. The DEX has already been paid. LP burnt is 100%. And do we have any replicas right over here? We obviously had a lot of them in the past, and they all ended up ragging eventually. So if we take a look at the other stats, what else do we have? We've got YouTube channel. What's that all about? Let's take a look at that. What else do we have here on the socials? Do we have any reused Twitter? Okay, so it's basically a community and all that stuff. So this is something I wouldn't really go for. So of course, the people who got in early obviously made their money. Personally, I wouldn't invest in such a coin. Like I would just skip it. Okay, the other coin that we have on the trending list is obviously Titcoin. So now let's take a look at Titcoin, and let's see what they have going on, because potentially this could be a very good one, because it has been around for the past 2 months, and usually if you're looking for like one of those coins that is going to have like mass adoption, obviously investing in something that has proven durability, and something that has got a community, established community, and it has also stood the test of time. It has survived like a very very crazy dump. That really gives you the best odds of succeeding. And like I told you last time, right, if you have a coin that has got very good liquidity, and there's quite a number of people trading back and forth, you're able to like scale in with a decent amount of money, and that could, potentially give you the best odds of flipping your money and just basically doing very well. So right now the servers are not really loading up on my end. I don't really know what's happening with Axiom. Sometimes Axiom does really flip on me. The servers just become pretty slow, and it's just difficult sometimes to sort of use it, especially when it's like overloaded, especially when the US session is on. So yeah, let me just, I don't know, let me try it. It's really becoming problematic at this particular moment. Connection unstable. Please check your internet or switch servers. All right, let me wait for that to load up. And yeah, if you guys are able to like check out Titcoin, please let me know in the comment section below if you really think this is a better investment. But based on how long it's been around, I really think this could be one of the trades. All you have to do is figure out the support and the resistance levels. You guys already know how to play the order blocks and so on and so forth. So yeah, let me see if this thing is gonna load up again. So let me refresh. Refreshing is working, but why can I get in? And imagine if I was in a trade and then the system is working this poorly. Okay, now it's back. Okay, so this is at least better. So yeah, the price of Solana has been going down. I mean, obviously we deserve a retracement. So even though the retracement is happening, this is a very good opportunity for you to like load up on a few more other trades. I'm really expecting the price of Solana probably to come to around 160 before we further go up. So, like retracing towards 150, 160 right over here. 160, maybe worst case scenario, 153. So between 153 to 160, that's going to be a very, very good buying opportunity. All right, so Titcoin has loaded up. Now take a look at these stats. The number of insiders is outrageous. It's around 45.5%. Top 10 holders are 19.7%. The number of bundlers is obviously 44.3%. So if you take a look at all these stats, right, there's a few people who are holding the majority of the supply. Okay. And if you take a look at the number of the LP that was burnt, it was only 99.9%. Okay, so you've got about 22,390. But even though you've got that many holders, right, obviously the majority of the people holding this coin really do not, own a significant portion of the supply. And the team can obviously get to like offload the 0.1%, So if you add these, the number of bundlers, which is 44.34 plus 45 plus the total number of top 10 holders, that's crazy. So basically the top 10 holders are part of the insiders and the bundlers. So this is basically 88% of the supply is held by a few people, which is quite dangerous, And this is one of the reasons why obviously the coin has held its value. But if you take a look at the longevity of this particular project, right, it has been around for the past 2 months. If these guys had had evil intentions, they could have obviously sort of, dumped the price. And if you take a look at the past 24 hours, it has been doing very well. So if I were you, what I would do, of course, not financial advice, is be very aggressive when it comes to like profit taking and when it comes to getting in on these different order blocks. So the order blocks that I would target, are going to be way, way lower because I do not want to sort of face a lot of risk. So if you look at the pump, right, from here, it has just been going up since 22 million US dollars. So 22 million US dollars, and the current market cap is around 80 million US dollars. It has basically done a 400% price appreciation. So why would you want to sort of risk that much of a downside in case these insiders and bundlers had to sort of dump on the market? So I would wait for the price first of all to come back down to this important trading levels, and I would mostly like to see how the price would interact with this particular bullish order block right over there. This is what I would go for. This one right over here, and also, trying to see how the price is going to react when it does a retest on the previous resistance right over here, turned into support. So that's what I would do. So basically, from a risk to reward ratio, this is not really a good trade if you did not get in at these levels. So personally, a lot of these coins that have been trending in the past 24 hours are way too risky for me, and I would just basically sit on my hands. I would look for other plays. So if you guys have any other opinions contrary points of views, please let me know in the comment section below. It's been your boy Muna, aka Beyond 10x, aka Crypto Hype. Talk to you a little bit later. Subscribe and use all the links in the description box below. You guys already know how to contact me. Talk to you a little bit later.